It's not because you're a woman. It has literally nothing to do with you being a woman. You said something shitty, and now people are going to give you shit for it. Let's talk about this. So back on April 16th, a Dragon Ball Super voice actress, Jamie Marchi, and I may be saying her name wrong, this is not a show that I watch, and she's not technically an actress that I follow by any means whatsoever, but just putting it out there, she said something that was shitty, to say the least. This information is coming to me via Facebook, and I will post where the article links and everything, yada yada, in the bottom. You understand that. Look, Dragon Ball Super voice actress Jamie Marchi claims anti-quarantine protesters hope there will be school shootings again in order to sell more guns. Dragon Ball Super, a certain scientific railgun voice actress, Jamie Marchi, recently claimed that Americans protesting their state's quarantine laws in the face of the problem at hand wish for social distancing restrictions to be lifted so that there will be school shootings again in the hopes that they can sell more guns. On April 16th, Vox reporter Aaron Roper, I may be saying his name wrong too. Look, I'm bad with names, guys. Shared a recent clip of Dr. Oz discussing protesters reopening the United States anchor, and during this, it was recorded and said that the opening of schools may cost us 2 to 3% in terms of mortality. So 2 to 3% of the population dies so that kids can go back to school, so that we can have the, quote, normal life back. And Roper's tweet was in turn retweeted by prominent feminist and social justice theory Twitter account Feminist Next Door. They said in that clip, "New from the I Deserve My Guns." Sorry, this is so mind-boggling. It's almost hard for me to even read this. They describe it as new from the I Deserve My Guns More Than Kids Deserve to Live crowd. Feminist Next Door's retweet prompted Marchi to respond with a very bizarre anti-gun argument that the protesters only wanted restrictions lifted so that there will be school shootings again, and that it could lead to them selling more guns. In response to criticism to her remark being in said poor taste, Marchi claimed that the criticism came because she's a woman. She claims that what she said is being criticized because she is a woman. She states, "Everything I say is offensive to most of these trolls. I'm not shutting up because they're shredding snowflakes everywhere." Look, I am 100% behind free speech, even if I don't agree with your opinion, even if this is how you actually see it. And I realize that you're not supporting this in what you say, but I realize that it is a true belief and something you're putting out there, that you say that people want schools to reopen so that there will be school shootings so they can sell guns. Now listen. First off, that is not why we want things to go back to normal. I say we. I want things to go back to normal too, but I'm in no rush for it to happen. I don't want to see a 3% mortality rate across the board just so that you can have a fucking bagel or some shit, or so that you can have your quote life back. I get it. It's hard. It's really hard. I'm not oblivious to it. I see what's happening out there. I know we're shut down. I know it's hurting the economy. I know this is not the greatest situation that we have ever faced. But what you said was shitty. It was shitty. And there's a lot of people that are giving you gumption for it being shitty. Now, let me put this out here real quick. I don't agree with what you said, but I can understand what you said. I get that this is the way you see it. And maybe if you're willing to claim such a heartless agenda, and sadly there are heartless people out there, maybe some people really do wish for this kind of tragedy because it will, in likely, sell guns, okay? That's nasty. It's a horrible thing to say, but who knows? Maybe because the world is full of negative, shitty people, maybe what you say has some kind of merit, and that's terrible. Here's where I take issue with the entire thing. I can scroll by your comment and think nothing of it. I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to agree with it, but I'm not going to argue with it because I see where your frame of mind is. But then I see this other thing. I see that when you finally started receiving criticism for the thing that you decided to say, you started getting attacked for the thing that you decided to say, you immediately tried to play this "I'm a woman" card. That is not why people are giving you shit. This has nothing to do with feminist. This has nothing to do with being a woman. This has nothing to do with agenda, yada yada. This is you said something shitty online, and people are going to say shitty things back. Listen, when you put something online, no matter what it is, you are speaking in an open room. If you would not sit at a crowded lunch table filled with people you don't know, okay? This is the way you look at the internet. You are sitting at a crowded lunch table filled with people you do not know. Everything you say online is said at that lunch table to those people you don't know. Are you comfortable with that? Because you need to be. Everything that you put a like on, you have essentially said at the lunch table. Everything that you post, you have essentially said out loud to those random people you don't know at the lunch table, and they will respond, and sometimes they will respond harshly. You need to understand that anonymous is not the anonymous factor of being online is still only going to get you so far, especially when you have your name attached to something. You hear about these jobs that fire people for saying things that are just outrageous or doing things that are just outrageous that they've seen online. Well, you've done that in public. Online is not private. It's public. It's very public. Every time you expose your boob online, you've exposed it to the public. Every time you say something awful online, you've said it to the public. And no amount of being a man or a woman makes the shitty things that you say okay. Sometimes what you have said is shitty, and sometimes it will come back to bite you in the ass, and that's what's happening here. It has nothing to do with you being a woman, nothing to do with being, quote, feminist or anything of the mark. I believe in full equality between man and woman. I do. I don't call myself a feminist because I'm not going to go down that route, but maybe you could call me such because I believe that you're entitled to every right that I'm under, and that includes this right. You said something shitty. If I had said this openly, online, somebody would have shit on me for it. You said this openly, online, somebody should shit on you for it, and that's what they're doing. And you should not be able to fall back on the "it's because I'm a woman that I'm getting shit on" card. No, you're getting shit on because you said shitty things. That's the truth of it. I'm done talking about this subject. Say shitty things, get shitty things said to you. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Later on.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.